Good stories start with great ideas. Great stories start with character. Here are 3 ways to structure a novel coming up. Hello everyone, my name is Riley K. Jones. I'm a writer, teacher, and author tuber. And if you would like more craft videos and writing videos, please click subscribe for more of that content. This video is for my plotters out there. However, if you are a pantser, someone who writes by the seat of their pants, this video has everything for everybody. When attempting to plot a novel, sometimes we jump to these plot sheets or beat sheets to help with the structure of the story. And although those are great to use, especially if you're a plotter or even a pantser, to go back while you're editing to see if you hit all those beats, that is not where we're going to begin. Instead, we're going to start, as you can probably tell from the intro, we're going to start with your characters. According from John Truby from his book, The Anatomy of the Story, he says that characters are the place you are supposed to start with. So if you have an idea for your story, hold your horses, don't jump to the plotting just yet. We want to first map out who your characters are. And here are 3 ways to map out your characters. Number 1, give your characters secrets. Especially when writing a mystery thriller, give your characters secrets. But even if you're not writing a mystery, maybe you're writing a rom-com or a contemporary novel, still do give your characters secrets or hidden desires. These desires are what's going to fuel your plot. For example, in Harry Potter, even though Harry Potter is not a mystery, it's more fantasy, those characters have secrets. One of the biggest ones that I can think of is Snape's secrets. His whole backstory, we don't even know those secrets until book 7, but you can see them being hinted at and intertwined throughout every single book. Secrets are what stirs the pot and creates drama for your characters. Once you know these things about your characters, you can write the plot from the story, from those characters. They are what's driving your characters, driving your plot. For example, how might X character's secrets impact the way they interact with Y character's secrets? Maybe X character has had a crush on them for their entire lives and interacts very nervously around Y character. Secrets can cause relationship betrayals, fights, breakups, deaths, and the list can go on. Number 2, give your characters a weakness or an inner conflict. Internal conflict is what drives the plot. It's not external conflict. You can have all these big things going on, but if there's no internal conflict, the plot is driving your character and not the other way around. You want the character to drive your story. Inner conflict is what determines what decisions and choices your characters make and why. A year ago, I was writing a novel, and though I thought I knew my characters well, I knew their basic descriptions and their basic personality traits, and even what house they would be sorted at if they went to Hogwarts. I didn't have their weaknesses, especially for my protagonists. And even though my story was chock full of suspense and action and external conflict, the story fell flat because I didn't know my protagonist's weakness. The story lacked that special sauce that made it stand out from all these other stories. For example, the reason she hated the side character was because he just annoyed her. Minus this needful hatred for this side character, my main character was basically perfect. She had arrived in the sense that she had only failed because it needed to drive the plot, and that was the wrong way about going to writing that character. Perfect characters don't make good stories. Perfect characters cannot exist because perfect humans don't exist. And number 3, give your characters a past. So this point encompasses two other main points. Who are your characters and where do they come from? It will all depend on you as an author and how far back you would like to go in their backstory. But I challenge you to see how much their past impacts their present. But make sure that you have some type of backstory for your characters, because how they were raised or who they were raised by or where they were raised is going to impact their present. Culture and upbringing impacts how your characters see the world around them. A person raised in Alaska, for example, will have a different culture and different worldview than someone who was raised in South Africa. Think about the different types of cultural norms that are associated with the two. Even think about someone from Northeast Coast America will have a different culture and different terminology and words and phrases than someone living in the South. They are both Americans, yet they have their own idiosyncrasies. So think about that as you are writing your characters. Another thing to think about is their family and how that character was raised. So who are their parents and what desires do those parents have for those children? How do they raise that character? Were their parents hands-on? Did they baby them? Were they ever abandoned by their parents? Do they have siblings? Are they on good terms with their family? Do they speak often or hardly at all? These are some questions to think about to how they impact and interact with other characters. And also think about their beliefs. Were they raised religious? What religion were they raised in? And are they still devout to that religion that they were raised in? Or are they more passive, or have they left their faith completely? Just as a side note, if you're writing from a culture that isn't from yours, be careful. Please do your research. Interview people from that culture and have sensitivity readers. Sensitivity readers are readers who are from that culture or that background who read your book to make sure that you are not accidentally being offensive. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has a perspective and worldview that they bring to the table. Spend time with your characters. Get to know their worldviews and personalities. Remember, perfect characters don't exist, just like perfect people don't exist. So even if you're a pantser or a discovery writer, try making a list of simple character traits to follow. Ask yourself, what does it mean to be human? What universal themes or traits can I give this character, whether they are from your culture or not? And focus on the humanity first and then the culture second. Remember, your characters are what's driving the story. And if you don't know who those characters are, your story may not come out as developed as you would like. Of course, this isn't to say that new weaknesses, new character traits, and even new characters can pop up as you're writing a story, but having that springboard to help you map out your story, starting with those characters, will help you in the long term. Make sure you click that subscribe button for more writing content and ring that bell for notifications. And let me know down below who is your favorite character and what are their weaknesses. For example, mine is Zuko from Avatar: The Last Airbender. His backstory, his inner conflict, his hotness. Mwah. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and keep writing and stay creative.